Everyone, what's popping? We are live here on a Tuesday afternoon. Just checking the chat. Brian, Bozo, Mike, Doom, I seen popped in there. Poe, Mike Lowry. What's popping? How is everybody today? All right, we're looking all right. Just making sure the stream's healthy. Looking pretty good. I got something in my eye like 2 minutes ago, and I'm like freaking trying to get it. Ugh. How's everybody's day going so far? Looks like I'm only about 8 seconds behind. So, this morning in Discord, I jumped on and said, I think we can move up to about 86. And we'll see what happens from there. But so far, looking pretty good. There you go, Mike Lowry. Goldie, how are you, love? How's everybody today? Doing all right? Once again, here I am live. Didn't really plan anything out, but we'll run across a bunch of things and chill out. I usually take the first couple minutes and just see what chat's doing. Get on with it. I just said I take the first couple minutes. I like to see what you guys are up to. This is my show. I'll be lurking. That's funny. So I think the first thing I'll show you guys is obviously this. Just got to make sure we, lay the facts down. But yeah, I don't know where. I guess first thing we'll look at is, what do you say? Such a prima donna. You're a mess. You're a mess. All right, let's jump into some news real quick. And I didn't even prepare my screen. Give me 1 sec. All right. We're jumping into news, but I got to share this first so I can go to my give me 1 sec. It's weird. That page just disappeared on me. Okay, here we go. All right, let me make sure y'all can see that. Okay, you can. All right. So, some crypto news. We are up, 2.5%, something like that, somewhere in there, 85.1. Has anybody heard about the all these hacks going on? It looks like Q1 hacks are up 131%. Unreal. 1.63 billion in losses. I thought that was kind of crazy seeing that. Crypto hacks in the first quarter of 2025 resulted in more than 1.6 billion in losses, making the worst quarter for crypto security breaches to date. Per data from whatever the hell that is, latest research report. Data from Peck Shield also shows that crypto losses from hacks in Q1 more than doubled from 706 million to what it's at this past quarter, 1.6 billion. Crazy, like a 2x. Most of the losses in quarter one came from two major incidents. 1.46 billion exploit at Bybit and a 69 million attack on Femex, which doesn't make me happy because I'm on Femex. That's what I use to trade with. When emojis, I don't know, when I get 500 subscribers, I guess. Yes, Sui has a lot of liquidity. And Fartcoin is another one that's really good to trade. Yeah, Brian got rugged yesterday. He went to buy that guns coin and thought he bought the real one, but it was obviously a fake. What did he just delete? You're a mess, Brian. Brian's taking the power to his head. Yeah, I don't really run down much on news, but centralized exchanges suffering the most as they accounted for 94% of total losses, while attacks on decentralized finance account for just 6%. Obviously, centralized exchanges are easier to exploit than dexes. That's why that's the case. Binance BNB chain, formerly Binance Smart Chain, was the most exploited blockchain. That's interesting. I'm really surprised that it's not Solana there. And Brian telling me I get deleted on Benner all the time. Brian telling me that he bought a fake. It shows you that they're starting to exploit Binance as well. Yeah, that's crazy, Brian. I mean, every exchange is going to, or every chain is going to experience that. March alone saw 20 hacks, resulting in 33 million in losses, with the largest incident including a 13 million exploit from Abracadabra money and an 8.32 million attack on Zoth. Not quite sure what Zoth is. I don't follow that at all. Res crypto, never heard of that one either. Or maybe I'm just dumb. All right, Trump's family reportedly seized majority control of World Liberty Finance. Tether buys another 375 million in Bitcoin in quarter one, bringing total holdings to 8.2 billion. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. Has anybody in here? I've seen you post Res, but I've never looked into it. Ever. I don't think. All right. Coinbase stocks dropped 30% last quarter. Hits FTX collapse lows. BNB price nears breakout as Binance coin burn rate gains steam. Jesus, I can't read today. Pi Network price nears all-time low, which we all knew that was coming anytime a new coin launches like that. It normally comes down. Grayscale files to convert digital large cap fund into ETF. I'm honestly over the whole ETF stuff. Man, my throat today. Killing me. Killing me. So, yeah, that's pretty much the news, or at least what I'm saying. Let's see if there's any meme coin news. Meme coin, well, we know what meme coins are. So obviously Dogecoin leading the meme charge. Shiba in second, which nobody talks about SHIB anymore. Really. Does anybody here have SHIB? Yeah, you ain't kidding. I am blind. I was never good at reading anyway. I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't really care. I don't really care. All right, let's do what we do best. All right, Bitcoin Weekly. Still looking for that push. We do have a trigger wave coming down here. I don't know. It may be an anchor wave, but we're not sure till we print. You're a mess, Mike. No singing. I never sang. I can't sing. I cannot sing. All right. So, as far as the weekly is concerned, we obviously need to get above 87. If we can close above 86 a weekly, we could start pushing up into this range, the 90 range, 90K. However, last night I drew this line here. This line here. We did come down and perfectly retest that slight uptrend. So we're looking for a push above. We're looking for a close above 86.3. Daily time frame. Oh, that kind of singing. I gotcha. Give Bozo a wrench. Thanks, Mike. Give Mike a wrench. Yeah, Doom wants a wrench, but where is he? Where you at, Doom? Where's he at? Crazy. So, personally, what I'm looking at on the 4-hour is this morning I jumped in Discord and said we could push to 86 due to this imbalance here. Got an order block up here at 86.8 roughly. So watch for Bitcoin to get up in here and see, check your indicators there. I do believe that this will print a red dot roughly at that zone. We have not been able to close a daily above 87 yet for the past, since March 7th, beginning of March, which is only a month ago, but actually, let's see. On the daily, yeah, March 7th. That's when we fell below the 87 range. Yeah, there's so many trolls in here. Got to be here to get a wrench. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. Let's check RSI on the 4-hour. We did print bull div, and I was going to jump in the market. However, this momentum wave was curving here last night. I thought we were going to come down and print another drive of div coming down to the roughly the 80K range, but we didn't get it. So I didn't take the trade. I only take trades that I plan for. I don't just jump in because the market's going up. That's just not me. I plan all my trades. It didn't play out. Guess what? I'm not in the market. It is what it is. I can say that soon enough, if the views don't pick up, I am just going to give out wrenches. It doesn't look like anybody's watching on X today. Like I said, up in the 86K range, 86 to 87. Let's see what happens there. I'm curious to see how high this momentum wave goes. As you can see, there's very little money flow. Matter of fact, money flow is starting to curve out on the 4-hour with VWAP coming down. So we're probably going to retrace a little bit here, more than likely, unless this is a fake out and money flow starts coming in. You did, Poe? Damn. That sucks. I mean, it helps your taxes, I guess, but it still sucks. Maybe we're at resistance right now. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't look like. I don't know why we wouldn't come up into this. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. Let me get down on the lower time frames and see. I got 8 on X. I got 8 in here, but it only says 8 watching total. Oh, there they are. I see them. Howdy to all the folks over on X. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like I said, right now we're just waiting for that 86. 1 hour. Yeah, the trade to make was down here. Even bullish div on the 1 hour, we got about, yeah, it's only 2 drives of it. But money flow is coming up. However, we do have very weak money flow coming in. We're not seeing nothing like this right now. Yeah, it's very weak. So this could be a fake out. You got 200. Yeah, my driving lives seem to be somewhat popular, and I love doing them. I really enjoy the live and drives. Do note that right now, if we were to curve over, look at that VWAP. If this curves over and starts coming down, it probably will print bear div. Higher highs in price action, lower highs in the momentum. Numbers are down for everyone, yeah. Not just me. Plus, I'm new. I don't really pay attention to that much. I do, but I don't. I've been telling myself to not worry about that. Everybody starts slow, especially in crypto. Numbers ain't great, period. You know, I see some people that literally sit in their house and just live stream and talk to the chat that get like 5 or 6K viewers in a live. And that's holding. Crypto, there ain't nobody that does that. 2K, 2.5K maybe. Not 5, 6, 7 to 10K. It just doesn't happen in crypto. Let me check the 4-hour liquidity heat map. See where that money is. Yeah, it looks like it's all stacked up here above these highs. Or these lower highs, should I say. I am curious to pull. Yeah, see, this is like, I don't want to say, I'm not going to say the bear market's here because I'm kind of 50-50, but this is bear market moves. Not getting any momentum to the upside. The daily money flow is just so weak. And maybe that's a fake out. Maybe they want us to think we're in a bear market. This is a head and shoulders here on the daily. But I would like to see some movement here. Definitely close above the 86. Princess, welcome. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'm back to the 1 hour. I need to clean up this chart, but levels aren't getting reached. So 84, we just dropped below 85 again. Lots of liquidity up here at these highs between 87 and 90K. That's why I feel like we could push up into this, whether it's a quick wick, swing failure, and then back down. If we do come up on this and we have a long wick on the top side, we're definitely probably coming down to 76. We will sweep these lows at that point, in my opinion. You do you, brother. Keep buying. If that's what, you see all this liquidity before. We came down into it, sucked it up, and that's what's pushing us up. So, yeah, really, we're looking for that 86 range. Let's check some lower time frames. Okay, nice little trigger there. Pushing up. Not bad, not bad. However, notice here we do have higher highs in the price action. Momentum is weak. If this curves over and prints a red dot, we do have bull div. Once again. Yeah, for sure. RSI is above the 50, so that's a good sign on the Princess. You gotta start playing with for Blackwell Tunnel now. Yeah, momentum is up. We did just print a 12-minute bear div, so look for this price to retrace a little bit. VWAP is curving, so it could be short-lived. We could end up going to that 86 range. So yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin. We're looking for 86. If we can get up to 86, check your indicators. If they're bearish like they are now, we have bear div all the way down from the 1 hour time frame. If they're bearish, could be a good short. Because if that does happen, if we do reject the 86 range, we probably will sweep these lows. Sorry, but that's just what I see. However, momentum is up, so note that. Jungle Beast, what's good, man? What's popping? When's our next collab? I'm on J Chain's show at 4 p.m. on Friday. I didn't know he did his 4 p.m. show on Fridays, but he wants me to come on the afternoon show. So Friday morning, I might do a live instead of tomorrow. That way I'm home and can have a little more fun. You know what I mean? I only got another 20 minutes anyway today. That's what sucks about having a full-time job. Cool. I'm down. So, yeah, watch Bitcoin to get to 86, and we go from there. We are starting to print bear div on a lot of time frames, so just note that. Throw out your coins if you want me to look at anything. But that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. Looking for 86. We get to 86, we'll check indicators there. That's what I thought, Brian, but he said he wants me to come on the 4 p.m. show, so that's what I'll do. Fart coin. All right. You know, I tried to buy that indicator again and my other card didn't work. So now I'm transferring the money again. I'm starting to get really mad. But I'll get it one day. I don't want to buy it with my bank account. That's all. But if I got to, I will. Damn, Farcoin's looking just like Bitcoin. Sort of. Let me turn off this indicator so I can see imbalances a little better. There really is no imbalance. This was a hell of a move right here. What was that? 43%. Damn. I wish I'd have saw this because the 4-hour bull div was playing out on this too. Pretty strong. You got your anchor, your trigger. I wouldn't expect 40% with red money flow, but this shit's heavy with liquidity. Yeah, well, next I'm trying Venmo, and then I'll try my bank account. But I think Venmo will work. Yeah, it is. I mean, 43% move, say a 5X, man, you're crushing it. You're crushing it. I need to keep an eye on this coin more. It has been pretty beat down though. What's this thing down from the top? From its high to current time, down 81%. But what alt isn't really? What altcoin isn't? Let's check some lower times, see if it's got bear div like Bitcoin. And this thing trades with no imbalances. It's so efficient, the movement. Well, there's one imbalance here, but it came down and took it right up. Yeah, this, no. No bear div on this on the 24. No bear div on that. Huh. Yeah, that would have been a good trade down in here. Yeah, if it loses 50 cent, yeah, it'll come back down and take all this right here. Probably back down to 38 cent, 39 cent. We do have VWAP and hold on. Hey brother, whenever you can get a chance, here open the door next to chiller. Shit. God damn, work is blowing me up. Yeah, Farcoin's doesn't leave many imbalances. And when it does, it comes right back and takes it. I don't know. This could continue up. Yeah. Yeah, I think Farcoin might continue up just like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin gets to 86 today. Just my opinion. What's it at now? Yeah, back to 85. I think we see 86 today. Yeah, there are. Any other coins? Did I miss one? Okay, so Sui. Crap, I didn't see Goldies before Jungles. SUI's another coin that trades well. Again, high liquidity. SUI daily. Yeah, I could see. Let's get rid of that because that's kind of irrelevant right now. I could see SUI pushing up into this range here, 262. So if Bitcoin runs to 86, you probably see SUI jump up into this range. Really? What are you looking at on Dex Tools, Brian? Or Dex Screener? Yeah. When I'm on lunch, I don't care. Okay? Leave me alone. Okay, it looks like SUI had a breakout and retest. Yeah. So, I don't know. Things still don't look great to me. Daily time frame, red dot playing out, but VWAP is curving back up. So watch for this to come back up. I do think SUI hits the 260 range today. Like I said, everything's been beat down so much that we have to start moving up here some. Even if it's back up to like a 786 retracement, or we need some type of direction. So the levels for SUI would be obviously back above the 280 range. Then we're looking at 345. For shits and giggles, let's pull a fib. Yeah, rejected that 236. We get back above the 236. We work to the 382 and just play it by levels. I do think we retrace back up into the golden pocket eventually. This could be a bottom here for SUI. What's the weekly look like? Hmm. Yeah. $277 is the 236. Price easing down on what, SUI? Hopefully you can see that chart all right. I probably should do this. Let's get rid of my mug. There we go. Nobody needs to look at me. You see enough of me on the drive home, so. Weekly, not too bad. About to print a green dot. So this could lead us into some type of retrace here. Back up. 6 minute. Get rid of my indicators real quick. Let's see what the 6 minutes saying. And when I trade, that's what I'm looking at, lower time frames. Yeah, like Brian said, SUI trying to come back down now. However, it may bounce from this zone here. Order block right there. So watch for this to come down into $2.43, and possibly back up from there. You have VWAP pointing down on the 6-minute. So this will retrace back some. And this is a good zone to watch for longs. I'm sorry, guys. My throat is killing me today. Shoo. I was sweating my tail off yesterday. We also have money flow divergence on SUI, 6-minute. So price action coming up, money flow coming down. Momentum waves coming down as well, slightly. Not so much from this last drive. Come on, give me another coin. See you later, Jungle. Thank you for stopping in, bud. All right, all I saw was SUI, Fartcoin. Okay, DAG. DAG it is. And Peak. I just saw your thing, Brian. DAG. I know I have DAG on here somewhere, or did. There it is. I know DAG was beat the hell down as well. Check out the daily. And then I'll jump over to Twitter, see what's popping on Twitter, and then I got to get out of here. And I'll be back for my driving live. All right. I drew this out back here. No. Sorry. It was at the end of February. About here. It's still respecting it. Rejecting off the 50% right here. This is probably going to, come on. Yeah, this is probably going to come back down a little bit. DAG here to roughly 3 cents. Yeah. Yep. Constellation. Yep. It did come down and take this imbalance here. So yeah, I think it comes back down a little bit. See what the 4-hour looks like. Yeah, see, this is one of the only, not one of the only, but it didn't print bull div on the 4-hour. There's a lot of coins that print bullish divergence on the 4-hour. This one, however, did not. Huh. I wonder why. It barely moves. Maybe just because what the coin is. Maybe it's one of these future coins. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Shoo. Man, this thing, when it goes up, it comes right back down. To me, that's a terrible looking chart. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I mean, if you're into buying this, now is the time. But you need to push back above 10 cents, 9, 10 cents to be able to start making some type of structure change. Until then, it's just sideways action. Yeah, it's probably why it don't do good. Yeah. Only moves when Poe buys some. All right, what was your coin, Peak? No, thank you, Goldie. Peak it is, because Dag is looking like Dookie. So for Dag, look for a push above 9-10 cents. You get that, it could start working up into, like, it won't even come back and take the imbalances. I don't like that. And being the Department of Defense, if they're, that may be a reason people are staying away from it. You got 60K of them? Damn. Damn. All right, where's my peak? Sorry, I'm rushing through these because I ain't got much time. I hate having to work. I wish I could focus full time on this, believe me. Peak's been beat down too. Jesus. My God. I guess I got to go buy more peak because I'm up here. Or no, my average is like 30 cents, somewhere in there. Poor Peak. Rip Peak. Weekly. If you buy Peak, now is the time. We'll get down to some lower time frames to see what it's doing here. Let me get rid of this. Christ, this bottom didn't show any type of reversal indications or anything. If we do get a retrace on it, nice little imbalance here at the 786. I'm pulling it from here. Yup. Well, the imbalance starts at the 786 all the way up to the 862. And every time I pull a fib, we always get a retrace back into the golden pocket. So 49 to 50 cents if this thing starts to come back up. But we got to break 24 cents first. Yeah, I remember you got this day one. So did I. Prying this candle right here back in November. I remember that. It was doing so well. It was doing so well. This double top and then boom. We should have saw it by these wicks too. They're strong selling wicks right there. Didn't quite have bear div. Yeah, I think JC's been buying all the way down, which is the way to do it. Where is JC, by the way? I got more viewers on X than I do on YouTube. Nice. If you can, go over to YouTube, smash the like button, hit the subscribe. I appreciate all my viewers, and I'm going to tell you how I see it. I'm not going to say, oh, we're going to the moon. That's just not the case right now until I start seeing some type of structure change. So Peak, yeah, Peak's a good future coin. If Bitcoin makes another high, this will run up, but I think next bull run will be Peak's time to shine. On the daily, we do have money flow starting to curve. VWAP pointing up. Green dot just printed. We'll see if we can push above 15 cents. If it can't, it's just going to consolidate here. Yeah, it's been moving up a touch from 9 cents to 13. It bottomed out at 9 cents. So 9 cents could be a floor. I'm not, Jesus. I'm not worried either. Money flow needs to start coming into this coin now. Any other coins? I'm scrolling back. I don't see none. Let's see if Walrus has been added to TradingView. I just bought some Walrus. Yeah. I think this is the right one. Nope, that's not it. I don't know what the hell this is. Some type of stock. Oh, look at them numbers. Crow render. What are you definitely afraid of, Poe? I guess I can do this one. God damn. That thing ran to $1.90. Is that right? I know it is about 56 cents. I did peek. I just did peek. Oh, definitely afraid. I gotcha. I gotcha. Ain't worth looking at a daily chart. Damn, indicators ain't even showing yet on this. All right, we're looking for a push back above 59 cents. So right here at 59, if we can push that, which it is resisting on it currently. Yeah, it looks like a floor of 38 cents on Walrus. So really, there ain't much else to look at on this. We can check like a low time frame. Nope, probably coming back down a little bit. Probably to, yeah, I'd say this range here. Probably back to 54 cents, somewhere in there. Somewhere right there. And I gotta hurry up. Crow. Crow is looking good. Okay, that imbalance was filled. Sorry about my phone. Work is blowing me up. Okay, see, this is what I want to see. Let's look at the daily on Crow. Okay, Crow came back up into that imbalance here. Still hasn't quite taken it all. So watch for Crow to come back up into 12 cents, somewhere in there, 12.1. Look at that. It popped off back in November, shot up, came right back down, filled this imbalance here perfectly. back into this order block, and boom. Momentum waves coming up, price action coming down. So that was in the charts, this move. That wasn't just news driven. And I did have this marked out, it looked like. Get rid of this trash. I do have this zone here marked out for this imbalance here. This order block right here at 8 cents. I do see Crow moving up a little more to 12.2. Okay, I'll look at it when I'm done, Poe. But that's really the only imbalance on Crow I see. Is right here. And me with my imbalances. This is an order block right here. Price hit it, immediately dropped. So 12 cents to 13 cents, 12 to 13 cents. I could see this working up. If it gets up into here, watch for it to retrace back down into this zone here at 8 cents. It's funny, I was watching somebody on YouTube that works on traffic lights. How come you ain't got a YouTube? They were running new cable. They literally threw all the red lights on and ran out in the middle of the road to pull cable across. That was wild. So yeah, that's pretty much Crow. Check some lowers. Damn, it's 103. I gotta go. Yeah, look for a push above 10 cents. From there, above 11 cents, and it could start working up from there. But we do have a ceiling right here at 11. So this thing's just ranging sideways right now, consolidating. You're dumb? No, you're not. All right, what was that other coin? Render, real quick. I'll look at Render real quick, and then I got to get the hell out of here. That hour went by quick. I don't even think I have a Render chart. It's just not something I trade. We'll look at the Binance chart. And once again, I appreciate you all for watching. Render trying to pull out of a hole. Yeah. Man, that looked good. This would have been a good trade right here. Or from right here. I probably would have went from right here. Let me check the momentum-based RSI. Yup. Right there is where I would have entered a trade. As soon as it jumped above the 50, you had your last. Well, this wasn't bull div, but it still had a trigger wave down. With money flow coming up, that would have been a good trade to make right there at $3.39. And if this thing can hold a close above $3.76, this thing will continue up. Probably up into $4.13, roughly. Would have stopped at $3.92 first. You're loading up at 3:30, or you did load up? I see that, Brian. Thank you to the 16 watchers on X. I appreciate all you. I really do. Like I said, Poe, watch for that close above $3.76. If that does happen, Render will continue up. But unfortunately, I got to run. I'm on lunch, so it sucks. I wish I could be home doing this every day, but maybe one day. I thank you all for watching, and I will be live on my ride home today in about an hour and 15 minutes roughly. So keep an eye out for that. UDCA, nice. Nice. Like I said, if it can close above $3.76, this thing could push up higher into the $3.90 range. Where's Bitcoin at before I go? Hold on. Okay, we're still resisting on that 35. Yeah, still resisting on the 35 or 85,035. What the hell am I talking about? All right, we probably will come back down to about 84.3 if we retrace. If not, we will come up into the 86 range. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. I really do. And I will see you guys on my drive. Thank you. And like I said, I am on J Chain's 4 p.m. show Friday. Thank you all so much. Smash the like. I appreciate you all. Blocky out.